I am live. Hopefully everything is working as it should. It's probably going to be a temporary thing. Okay. Just to... Oh, hey, Glitch. Welcome in, man. Welcome in. Sorry, I'm looking at my phone real quick. Make sure everything's up and running. Also, hey, Connor. Welcome. You guys are quick today. Welcome in, guys. Sorry. I had to wait for family to leave, so the stream's been a bit late. Honestly, haven't had the chance to really stream in a while, so how are you guys doing? Sorry. Can you guys hear me okay? Is the volume good? Is the what's the word? The everything up and running? Let me put something real quick. Also, hey Lynn, how are you doing? You have to chat on the screen. Nice. Yeah. Yeah, I have the chat on screen. I got a digital art streaming type app on my tablet, Prism Live. So I used the screen record method and I tweaked some things. But yeah, I have the chat on screen, stuff like that. How are you doing, by the way? I know you haven't even, dealing with a lot. I hope you're doing okay. Yeah, the most famous for streamers. Well done. Yeah. A friend, sent me a video of different, streaming things, I could try, and this was one of them, so I decided, okay, might as well use it. Better just always tired. I stay in chat late. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he does have the chat on screen most every. Well, not always. The gaming ones, I usually don't have the chat on screen because I can't. Because I would have to find a way to put Prism and stuff like that and connect it to a computer, and then do a live stream from my PlayStation to my platform of choice, which would be a very convoluted mess. So, yeah, your your Devil May Cry vids have been getting a lot of views. Surprisingly, yes, they have. I've been shocked on that, but you know what? A lot of people love that franchise, including myself, so I can't say it's a bad thing. It's been pretty good. Yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah. Also, Lynn, how's your I know it's not really holiday season or anything, but how's things been for you? I know there's been the Olympics going on. Which, that's, I guess, something, if you can really call it that. Also, if it's a little laggy, it's not exactly purely the stream. It's also just the app I'm using because there's so many layers. I have to merge a lot together here in a minute. So yeah, you have more subs than me now. Persistence works. True, but if anything, you deserve more. I honestly think, at the end of the day, you deserve it. Are you planning on seeing Deadpool 3 soon, or are you just waiting? Because I don't have Disney Plus. I am waiting to go see it. Yeah, I don't watch yeah, I don't blame you. I'm not really much of a fan of it myself. I don't have Disney Plus, so I'm just waiting to see it, busy singing all day and Mandarin chats. Well, you do have a good voice, so I haven't had time to really listen to some of the stuff, but I listen to a little bit when I can. You can sing better than me. Thanks. You're welcome. If I try to sing, I'd probably cause an avalanche. But next movie is going to be themed Blue Beetle 2. I don't know about that. I don't think they're going to be making another Blue Beetle for a while. Is it hard work with on this app? With Prism, or do you mean Sketchbook, the digital art app? If you mean Sketchbook, like it can be a little finicky at times, but it's not exactly hard. It's just sometimes it can be a little bit like any digital art app. It can just be a little wonky where it just sometimes doesn't want to work, or a little bit of lag or stuff. I mean the art streaming on one. It's very simple. It just depends on okay. What I've found is that the reason why I have little setup things, because I don't know if it's a glitch with YouTube or it's just the way the app is, but there's with Prism, it's very simple, but it can be a bit of a pain. So what it is that there is I have to do something real quick. All right. I'm trying to remember. Basically, you know how I have a few that are preset to a certain date, but I've probably already missed them? Well, the thing with Prism is sometimes, you can't really schedule, you can go live, but if you wanted to do something like this, it has to be locked into something that's preset, and itself, it doesn't register the preset one completely. You can change the title, the what's it called. All it is like a lock-in. It's hard to explain, but it's like a preset thing. I don't know how to explain it. Also, hold on really quick. I gotta use the throne, but basically, it's really. Let me explain it when I get back. But hold on, come on.
Alright, I'm back, sorry. Welcome, Joyce. But, sorry, using the throne and I had to grab me a bit of water. My throat was killing me. I ate something a bit spicy earlier, and it's been agitating me. So I had to use the throne and get me a refill of water. So, sorry about that. Oh, never mind. Ew. What? I'm being honest. Everyone has to use the bathroom. But technically I did eat something spicy, but it messed with my throat, so I had to get me a bit of water as well. It's a natural thing, yes. But no, what I was saying with Prism, it's a little weird, but basically, if you have like a preset live stream, like that's like set to a certain day, whatever, it counts that. But the thing is that if you lock into that, it'll register your live, all that stuff. But whatever you do on the app, so like if you change the title or you change the thumbnail, anything you do in the Prism app doesn't affect YouTube. So basically, it's weird, but it's very confusing. You would have to like see it for yourself because it's very hard for me to like word it and explain it in a way that it makes sense, Lynn, because Prism's good to use, I found, if I want to do digital art live streams. I do think if I had a computer, it would be a lot better, though. Yeah, I heard you edit the titles and want to, like, the titles, if you want, until the stream ends, at least the other streams say so. Streamers say so. Yeah, like, you can edit anything. I think, it's really hard to explain, but it's basically a little different than certain stuff. But it's very fun to use, and it's a lot better, because I've been wanting to do, like, stuff like this for, like, a very long time. Like, do digital art live streams, do stuff like that. And I've been working on this all day, so as you can see, I still have the layout for some stuff underneath it as, like, the bottom layer, but I focused a lot more on the characters. So you have Virgil right here, which I need to add a lot more detail into his chest piece, and make it a little bit more worn, a little bit more detail into the sleeves, and I have his swords, his summon swords, on the side, his doppelganger ability, and his after image where he's like dodging. So I was taking that from like the boss fights with him, and the judgment cut took me forever. I'm gonna say something right now. I cheated with the judgment cut. Yeah, it looks very good. Your talent's growing. Thank you. You've got a lot done since the last stream. Yeah, I've tried to. I've been working on editing at the same time for the gaming channel. That whole Resident Evil 3 video, that's been. I had to split it into 2 parts. So where I have the rewrite, which I'm still trying to go over, and I have the gameplay and stuff like that, and I've had to go and re-record it several times because like I've tried scripting it and I feel like it's still off, and so I sometimes go and kind of go off of improvisation or improv, and it still seems off, and I just like, you know what, I'm just gonna find a brief compromise and say heck with it. Also, if you hear any snoring in the background, that would be one of the dogs. Like, she's a good old snorer. So you might hear her, you might not, but, yeah. It's been a while since I've watched your streams of yours. Yeah, cute. Yeah, she's a booger. Yeah, it's actually nice seeing you back. Yeah, it's been a bit since I've streamed. I've just been very busy with life stuff. We've had family come over. We've had a lot. I've had a lot going on. I'm trying to work on getting certain things set up for, like, maybe streaming on Twitch or whatever, but I just feel like I would have to commit to that, and I don't think at a point right now that I can. And I wanna first get, like, my computer life better than YouTube, true. Well, when life is not a chaotic mess pool, then yes. Yes, it is. I probably should have drank milk compared to water for spicy stuff agitating my throat. Because water probably is just going to make it more agitated. Rookie dumb mistake. I know I'm going to have to add his tattoos later on, and I'm going to have to find a reference for that, but, oh well. I would play music, but it would get me copyrighted, so I'm not going to do that. You've been posting a lot, posting on Ion YouTube. It's harder than I expected. Yeah, like, if you're trying to post, like, daily and, like, have a schedule and stuff, like, it's very, it can be very difficult, I found. Like, that's why, like, with the other two channels, like, no music, well, if YouTube wasn't such a pain with copyright, I would. But, you know, I can't. Yeah, I am a week in so far. Yeah. But, you know what? You know, it's worth it. You know, you just keep having, like, a bit of persistence, and the more you do it, the easier it becomes. But it just, you know. Dang you, YouTube! That's right. Also, Lynn, actually, you know what? At some point, this way gives you a bit of growth and stuff like that, you know. If you have, like, an acid burn in your throat, you can drink water mixed with a little bit of apple cider, and then, yeah. Well, the algorithms aren't... The algorithm isn't the best, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. You just have to keep going. Like, they're gonna flop. Some aren't gonna go. Some only... Hey, you wanna know something? Half the time, do you wanna know something? It's hard for certain shorts to really gain traction. Like, you post something, it's gonna get, like, a small amount of views. But if you start sharing it around, the more people... Like, if you put it on different platforms, or you put it on certain things... the easier it is for your channel to grow. I found, like, that's what I do with, like, my art or whatever I, you know, do. You know, I found the more I try to, like, if I continue to, like, tag people or stuff like that, I can't force the algorithm to work always for me. The best I can do is use, you know, certain things to really get things working for me. So, best advice I can give you is try posting, you know, I missed 2 months of YouTube since I returned. They recommended my videos almost daily, and I have good views. They don't like when we go away. Good. Yeah. That's the most difficult part, is that, you know, if you go away for a very long time, it's just they're not gonna recommend your stuff. And that's like, it's where it almost entraps you like a job. So the best thing I can say is just, you know, find a balance the best you can. And stuff on that, and stuff like that. Yeah. Lynn does some pretty cool stuff. She's more, she sings. She's a great singer. She does art, but her art is more abstraction, or a little bit more like, I can't think of a good word to describe it. You know, it's very distinct at times. It can be almost realistic, but also it can be more abstract. So, it's very good. And she also does some food stuff. She's apparently a great chef. I've never had her food because I don't live all the way down where she is, which sucks. God darn it. It's Mandala. Yes. Mandala, mandala, la 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 la. Aw, yes. The art. Oh, yeah. Then she answered it for me, but yes. Almost like a kaleidoscope type thing at times as well, but yes. She answered it for me. So, but yes, like she said, that's her kind of like art style. She's very good at it. I need to get me a refill. Shoot. Shoot. My dad told me I should take like a cough drop or something, but that's just going to agitate it more. And I don't want to do that. So. But I didn't do art for months. I make poems and music daily. And that is very true. And you're good at it, too. Don't forget that. You're good at it. You're a woman of many trades. What kind of spicy thing you ate? It was, I'm trying to remember. I don't know. We had like some noodles, rice, and I guess it was like, it's not really Chinese, but it was like, Dad made something. It was like a certain type of chicken and had a bit of a kick and stuff like that. So I don't know. It's hard to explain. I would have to ask him what he made for food. But yeah, it agitated my throat. Yeah, like a curry perhaps, maybe. No fair. What do you mean no fair? For Din Din? Yes. I don't think Joyce does any YouTube stuff. If I remember correctly, hold on. Or they, I'm trying to remember. Hold on, let me check channel real quick. No. They, oh, yeah. Yeah, it was another person with 11 views. Oh, that's Glitch. I don't. Yeah, Glitch was the one that doesn't get a whole lot of viewership and stuff. They do a little bit of art. They're very young, so they have a lot to learn and a lot to grow. When you start off, like, as a kid doing YouTube, you can't go into it with big expectations. I started when I was young adult teen style thing. And then again, it took me forever just to get there, and how I had to. You were the one that recommended me, like, kept pushing me, like, hey, you can do this, you know. And then I finally, with a little help, a little persistence, and a whole lot of time, I got a lot of stuff set up, and you know, yeah, my newer viewers are pretty good. Yes, I remember. Yeah, and if it wasn't for you, probably wouldn't be here doing this. And now you are everywhere doing good. Mostly, yeah. Mostly. I made a few friends on here. And you were the biggest friend I have on here. Helium. Yeah, mostly everywhere. I have 428 subs. Hey, that's not bad. You know, just keep working at it. The thing is, you can't go into this with big expectations. You're not gonna be the next Markiplier and stuff like that, or the next big artist. You just have to, be patient and go with the flow, instead of like forcing it and forcing like the current, so to speak. You have to like go with it. It's like a sink or drown little thing. Yeah, my YouTube is 1K subs. I have, hold on, let me check this. I'm very confused now. You say one thing. Oh, you mean, oh, that's where you want to be. Never mind. Okay. Slow and steady. Okay. Yeah, that's how it always is. It's slow, it's steady. You just have to, you know, yeah, that's your goal. See? Yeah, you'll eventually get there. I honestly, the thing with me is that it took me forever to get where I was. And the thing is, it takes time. I'll say this, it's worth it when you get there. But, you know, it's just the journey to get there is the trick. Ugh. I'm doing good for about a month. Yeah, the dog is drinking water. Yeah. She got out of her cage to drink a little bit. You okay, Lily? Okay. Well, I wouldn't call it a cage, but a little kennel. Yeah, at least that's what I hear. Yeah, she was thirsty. Booger. I love her. She's a little cuddle bug sometimes. She can be. But she needs a bath. Stinks. I don't like cages for animals. It's not a cage. It was a bad choice of words. It's more like a kennel. Like, it's not a bad thing. It's a kennel. Yeah, I'm glad you have pets. Yeah, we have two. It's not a cage. It's a kennel. I don't like cages either, so I agree. Kennel, it's more, she doesn't hate it. It's not like a prison or nothing. It's just keeps her relaxed, and you know, it's not bad. She can still be a puppy and be destructive, so even though she's a little older. That's good. Yeah. Dad's had dogs for a long time. Trust me, you and him would get along in a lot of senses when it comes to like certain things with animals. Yeah. So that's good. Yes. If you guys are wondering what I'm working on right now, like what characters, I have Virgil pretty much figured out. Like, I need to figure out a background that works. I gotta do Nero up here, finish up V, figure out some stuff with Dante, and then I gotta figure out the background. I might need to add something right here, and right here, and maybe hint at something right here. But other than that, I'm good. Let's see. I'm trying to finish up some of these and stuff. I like cats, but I don't really want a pet cat. Oh, you like cats, huh? Try having 3 outside your house. It's like a fire and ice fight. Pretty much, kinda. With Virgil, he has, he's more precise and stuff, and the reason why I have V below him is what I thought would be for the background. If you guys can see, I'll go to the bottom layer real quick. You have dark blue, you'll have like a light blue, and you'll have purple, and you'll have red at the very bottom, maybe. I'm still thinking it over how I'm going to do it, because I've been using a little bit of reference here and there. And I'm still trying to figure it out. It usually takes me this long just to figure out, like, the simple stuff. I've never been good with backgrounds. Like, I usually try to get the characters done first and get, like, the tiny details. Like, if you notice, like, the tiny details even in Virgil's sword, like his grip and stuff, like that stuff, I try to get done first. Dang it. Let me add something real quick. A little shine there. But yeah, yes, I love the details in art. Yeah, the detailed art, yes. I try to make my stuff very detailed to where it pops and it works better. And stuff like that. This is off topic, but do you feel like Hell of a Boss is getting worse? You are very detailed, true. Yeah. I don't know anymore. Like, I honestly, with the newest little short episode, I honestly maybe watched a couple seconds of it, and I just said, okay, I'm done. It's just, for me, I genuinely just don't care, because I feel like it's just like I don't know what it is, but it just feels like I just am not as invested anymore because of just how certain things have been going and how certain things have been handled. I genuinely feel like there's no, point for me to get invested. Just because I just can't anymore. I don't have the time, but also it just, I don't like the way certain things are been going with the show. I haven't for a long time. And for me, it's just simply, I don't want to participate with the idea of how certain things have been handled lately with the show. So, like, it can be good, but I feel like the more, I don't know, I'm gonna mess around with this real quick, hold on. This is good? Okay, I guess this is fine. I don't want to really participate in it and go into it, because, like, I like the show, but I don't love it the way I used to, because I don't like how certain things have been handled. So I'm just not as invested or even care anymore because of that fact. I feel like when you lose your audience, yeah, for what happens, it's sad. Yeah, I get that. Like, there's probably a lot of stuff already circulating around, I know. Also, I had to pull up a lot of reference for Virgil's stuff. So, like, his summoning swords, his after image, I had to go into the boss fight and pause it, go into photo mode as he's, like, moving around, just to get, like, a frame by frame
look at his after image, which was not easy. I'm gonna say that right now. I do have extra layers just in case like certain things don't work the way I want them to. By the way, also I'm gonna turn this back on, and I'm gonna fuse it with this one. That's better. Or not. Maybe I'll just keep it the way it is. But I genuinely, I don't know. You've learned so many new things. Yeah, it's been difficult. Like, I've had to think, like, I wouldn't call it think on the fly, but I've had to improvise and try to learn stuff on my own. And it's not easy. But I've tried to kind of account for it. Who inspired you to do YouTube? Well, one of the people is in this chat. She was the main thing of, like, pushing me to do it, and she's amazing. The other few, I think, it wasn't that really was as much of, like, I've grew up watching a lot of, YouTubers and stuff like that, but I really didn't have the drive to do YouTube as I did the drive to do art. And, yeah, he probably means your idol. Well, like, I had a lot of different idols, but it wouldn't be, like, idols for, like, YouTube. He or she. Well, yeah, that's true. In a sense, I wouldn't say... I know that, there's a lot of people that kind of, like, I wanted to be like. No, that's a good answer. Yeah. Like, what was it? Like Comics Explained, or, what was it? Just a few other people. I just feel like, for me, I genuinely, I didn't want to be them. I wanted to do my thing. W for Lynn for... I'm not a legend. I'm far from that. I am random person. I try my best, but no, in general, I if I'm being honest, I was always kind of really reluctant to do YouTube. Like, I wanted to do it, but because mainly the drive for me came from, let him praise you. Okay, whatever. It came from the idea of wanting to show what I could do and see if I could succeed. Because my biggest pitfall, and Lynn knows this, it's one of my greatest character flaws, is that I am always doubtful and very critical of myself. And the thing is, that it can be a good thing to where I don't develop an ego. But it also is a bad thing where it's like I'm constantly questioning myself. So it's a very interesting style thing. So it keeps me in line, so to speak. In general. But what I mean to say is that for me, I always kind of enjoyed the idea of doing art and showing what I could do. But the biggest pitfall for me was confidence. And like with the channel, it has been great. I will say it is a bit unorganized. It is very unorganized. So that's why I tried to make the other two channels more organized and try to balance things out where I could get uploads on them, get certain things done, and stuff like that. But the thing with me is that I'm very, what's the word? Well, at least your viewers are getting higher. That's true. But that's also because something I found out, and I found out the hard way, and I found it out in an interesting way. And this is actually some advice I can give you, or I can give anyone that wants to start YouTube. You know, there's always the thing of like dealing with hating and, you know, other stuff. But the biggest thing to succeed sometimes, yes, but it would like to get views with his art. Yeah, it's not editing. No, you're fine. I get that. That's true. And the biggest advice I can give anyone for starting YouTube is always make connections. And meet people, chat with them, you know, try to, what's the word? Try and, you know, maybe even collab with people and work with them and stuff like that, because something I found for the most even popular YouTubers, that, you know, a few that, you know, you might know of, and it's something that Comics Explained brought up, and when he was talking about Benny, in his, you know, eulogy and stuff like that, because, you know, comic story in past, was, you know, even in one of his, like, more vlogger style, videos, he said, someone that inspired him to do YouTube was, like, C. Nanners, you know, and, those guys. Well, he was saying, you know, back then, you know, YouTube was the wild, wild west. You know, you didn't know how the algorithm works, but now, you know, you do, and it's very, you know, it can be easy to mess around with it. But the thing is that he said was the biggest, you know, thing you can do, you know, doing content or anything is always make connections, meet people and stuff like that, because, you know, at the end of the day, you, like, not only can you meet, like, lifelong friends, but also sometimes it can be great in another sense to, you know, both of you to for both parties to grow. Like, not in a sense of, like, taking advantage and basically just doing it to like get, you know, stuff like that, but genuinely make connections and genuine friends, because, you know, you never know. You know, like, if it wasn't, like, in some sense, you know, it's nice to see, you know, stuff, because in a sense, you know, if you partner with people, you meet people, you chat with them, you talk to them, you make friends online, you not only broadening yourself, but also, in a sense, you could be also expanding your own horizon, because in a sense, you meet more, the more people you meet, it isn't becoming a sense of, like, using them to, like, further yourself and get developed, because, like, there's some people that are like that, but also, hold on. I'm gonna probably have to mute myself in a bit because I just got back. But what I was saying was, in a sense, you would have to just grow. The more you meet people, you can collab with them and, you know, broaden your horizon, broaden not only your channel and grow yourself, and maybe learn from them, and they can learn from you.